Jukasa Radio 93.5. I'm Carla with you for your afternoon drive. And right now I have a few boxers with me from Bell City Boxing Club. Skylar Williams, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming. Lola Williams, hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good.
Good. And we have Josh Miller.
Hello.
So I find it really cool that you guys are in boxing. Myself, I've always wanted to try it, but it does take a lot of determination. You can't really just jump into it without having the willpower to get into it, right? How many hours a week would you say that you've committed yourself into doing the sport?
Usually at the gym about 2 hours, usually 6 to 7 days a week.
Wow. Yeah, that's dedication. What about yourself?
Yeah, it's about the same for me too. I mean, I also coach the kids classes, so it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more sometimes than I'm sure my wife would like, but yeah, it's quite a bit of time. Yeah.
And you, Josh?
I usually train about 2 to 3 times a week, like boxing wise, and then when I'm not at the gym, I'm at the other gym, like putting in running and biking and stuff. So pretty much same thing, about 6 to 7 days a week. I usually take about 1 day off just to rest up a little bit.
Yeah, it's probably a lot of sacrifice too, right? Especially when you have a fight coming up. I know some people that I know into boxing, they have to give up a lot of time with family and friends really to focus on getting ready for that match. So how do you find yourselves do that?
Kind of got to do it, I guess.
Just get into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there is any other way to do it other than for our family anyways. Because Lola's my daughter, we spend a lot of time together at the gym, but also my wife comes to the beginners classes and just for a workout, and all the other kids come as well. So I mean,
it's a whole family affair.
It is,
it's either you're all in or you can't really do it, right? You really need to be there 100%. So what was it that made you all decide to start boxing in the first place?
Before I started boxing, I did gymnastics, but I had fractured the tip of my elbow.
Ooh.
So I was just kind of like lounging around the house after a while, and I got sick of just kind of sitting around and said, hey, I want to try this.
And so for me, it was her. She got into boxing, got really good at it, and so it started taking up a lot of her time. And one of the coaches asked me to come and start taking a class, and I got right into it. And it wasn't more than a couple of months before I started fighting. And so I've had a dozen fights in the last year here. So it's been a busy year.
So she kind of motivated you to get into it. That's cool that you can do that together, right?
It still keeps me motivated.
Yeah.
To keep doing it. The days when I don't want to.
You don't want to do it?
Yeah.
You have her to kind of keep you going. What about you, Josh?
For me, I've always been an athlete since I was young. Like I played lacrosse my whole life up until pretty much a year ago. And that's when I got into boxing. I've always watched fights and stuff from when I was young. My dad and my grandpa were fight fans. So I've always been into it. And then finally, I actually went and checked into a gym about a year ago and never really looked back since.
Yeah, you all started around the same time, I think, right? You all have about a year, maybe I think you have a year and a half experience.
Yeah, a year and a half months.
So what is it that you love about boxing, would you say?
For me, I like the physical challenge, and I don't know, it might sound a little bit sick. I like getting punched sometimes.
I guess you have to do this sport, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's the sportsmanship that comes with it. Because if you're not on the same team, then you're never going to build as a boxer, and you're never going to get anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I like all of it. When I was young, I was always an athlete growing up. And then I had kids and a career, and so I fell away from sports altogether. But as an iron worker, I mean, I stayed pretty well in shape, I guess. And just this past year, it's been pretty amazing to get back in the gym, start working out, and I'm in all the way now. So
when you have a fight, maybe the day of or a couple days of, do you find yourself just having to mentally prepare yourself in a certain way to get ready for that match?
Me, no. A couple of days before, I try not to think about much of boxing at all, and I try and clear my head a little bit, and then it's the weeks and weeks and weeks going into the fight that I think about a lot of stuff, and so then you can feel the nerves a little bit. Then.
What about you, Lola?
For me, I usually try to not think about it until the day of. I just push it all aside, stay focused on other stuff. I usually don't start getting nervous till about 5 minutes before, and once I'm in there, I'm usually pretty good.
For me, this is my first fight, so...
this will be your first one?
Yeah, this is going to be my first fight,
nice.
I don't know. I'm probably a little more nervous to be talking right now than I am to be fighting. Yeah.
I'm sure you'll kill it. Don't worry. So what do you do to prepare yourself mentally? Like, are there any songs that you guys listen to the day of a fight or anything like that? Or even when you're training in general?
Sometimes I usually don't get into it until I get hit. Some days I come in good. It's different every day for me when I'm in the gym. Some days I'm on, some days I'm off.
It looks intense. I've seen boxing matches before, and just watching it, I mean, I have my jaw dropped the whole time because I don't know. It takes a lot of guts to get up there and do something like that, right? So what do you think is like the hardest part of it all?
The dedication you need to have. You can't just say, I don't really want to go today. You need to go every day that you're supposed to be there. Yeah. Otherwise, you'll just get beat up.
Yeah, no, that's definitely for sure. You got to be able to have the drive to be able to keep on going, even when it hurts, even when you're tired. It doesn't matter. You know, Josh is one of my main sparring partners, and watching him get ready for this fight has been really awesome to see. Like I'm the old guy at the gym. Like, these guys are the ones that are going to be like, you know,
in it.
Yeah, they're in it, and so yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So what's your favorite part, would you say, about training at Bell City Boxing Club?
I mean, we're a big family. Like, everybody's, like, it's probably one of the most welcoming places you'll ever go to. I mean, as soon as you walk in the door, it's not within 10 seconds that somebody's, even if you're brand new and never been there before, like, somebody's coming up to you and saying hello and introducing themselves. And, you know, this is, you know, Bill and Jack, or myself or Josh getting introduced to somebody. Or
very like welcoming and encouraging, right? What advice would you give people who are maybe thinking about trying boxing but they're not too sure how to go about it?
It's going to be tough at first. You're going to get used to it. It gets easier as you go. Workouts seem to get more intense.
Yeah, I mean, anybody that wants to get involved in it, I mean, there's beginners classes and there's all sorts of steps, right? And so, like, it's not you start boxing tomorrow and you get a fight the next week, right? Like, it's a long process. And I think Lola was in the gym for a year before her first fight. Josh has been in for a year before his first fight. And it's just about dedication, and anybody that's willing to put in the time, put in the effort, put in the work to be able to get in the ring and represent Bell City Boxing is, you know, like we make sure that they're ready before they're going into it. So like I say, like, just come out, like anybody can come out and get into the beginner's class and see if they like it, see if they like throwing punches.
So let's talk about this big event. It's going to be here on Six Nations, the Bell City Boxing Club event coming up on Saturday, May 25th at the Gathering Place by the Grand. Are you excited about it? I mean, it's going to be your first fight, Josh.
Yeah, of course. I'm definitely excited. You know, for me, it's more anxious than I am nervous. I'm just ready to get in there and fight. Like, you know, I love showing up Tuesdays and Thursdays knowing that Skylar's going to push me to my limits. Usually he can say he's the old guy in the gym all he wants, but he's the one pushing the pace on everybody all the time.
What about you, Lola? I mean, you've had a good track record so far, so how are you feeling about this upcoming fight?
I'm really excited. I think this is one of the first fights I've ever gotten super nervous for beforehand.
And she's going to be fighting a girl that she's fought already before. She's fought her twice. They're both at 1 win apiece.
Oh, really? So this will be like the deal breaker between you two. Yeah. I have faith in you. Don't worry. What's important about this event, especially it being here on Six Nations?
For me, anyways, like it's a really amazing event to be able to bring to Six, because it's we haven't had amateur boxing here, at least not in my lifetime, anyways. There's some of the older guys that'll talk about like that. They remember this happening, you know, 30 years ago or something, 40 years ago, and but not in my lifetime. And so to be able to bring that here and to show off some of the skills that some of these young guys have, you know, that have really worked hard and put in the dedication, put in the time in the gym to be able to, you know, show their skills in front of their home community, like, that's, can't beat that.
I feel like you guys are going to do well, and it's going to be a really good event. I can't wait for it. So again, Skylar, Lola, and Josh, thanks for being here today. Make sure that you check out Bell City Boxing Club's event at the Gathering Place by the Grand at 2593 Chiefswood Road. This is happening this coming May 25th. Tickets are $20. And for more information and tickets, you can contact Bell City Boxing at 519-757-7889.